guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I would really appreciate it if you take a moment and subscribe down below. But anyways, this is going to be my best of the beauty video for 2016, and I'm really sorry I'm getting this up late, but I had some other videos I needed to get up before this one. But I decided to still go ahead and do this video because I wanted to share with you guys the products that I absolutely loved in 2016. And yeah, most of these products shouldn't come as a surprise because I've talked about them quite a bit this year and I do really like them. All of these products I love. So I'm just going to get started with how I would apply them to my face. So for face primer, this should come as no surprise, but this is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is a new one. I have not opened it or used it yet, and this is the travel size. But this is what it looks like. This is my favorite face primer, hands down. I love the way it goes on before my foundation, and it just makes my foundation glide on, and I absolutely love this. And I have oily skin. I think this would be great if you also have dry skin because it just helps make the foundation glide onto the skin, and I love it so much. So this has definitely been my favorite for sure. For foundation, my favorite has been the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, and mine is almost gone. This, again, with the Hourglass Primer, this over top just makes the foundation go on so beautifully, and I apply this with my Beauty Blender, and I just love this foundation. It's a very lightweight foundation. It doesn't really feel like you're wearing any makeup, and I just love the finish that it gives to the skin. And I love that you can build this up, and I just think this is a all-around great foundation and definitely one of my favorites. Speaking of the Urban Decay foundation, I've also been really enjoying the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This I use mainly underneath the eyes, and I love that it's buildable, but it's not super heavy, but it does cover everything that I needed to, and I really do enjoy this concealer. And yeah, this is just a really great concealer, and I think a lot of people would like it. I would say you can build it up and it doesn't really get that cakey or anything, so definitely would highly recommend this concealer. I don't really think it would work that well to cover blemishes and whatnot, but for underneath the eyes it is amazing. For baking, I've really been enjoying, and I loved the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Mine is almost gone. I only have like about one use left, or half a use left. This is great for baking, carving out your contour, and I just love this, especially too if you have really oily skin. I think this would be great for setting the face. But me, I have combo skin, so sometimes I can't use this because it will kind of cling on to dry patches, but for baking, this is perfect. Now moving on to more face products such as blushes. I have 3 blushes here. Yeah, I have 3 blushes I want to talk about, and 2 are from Benefit Cosmetics, and the first one is Benefit Coralista. I love this blush. This is one of my favorite blushes that it's been for a long time. I mainly wear this in the spring and summer, and mine has some pan showing. This is just a perfect corally blush. It's kind of like a peachy corally blush. It leaves like a nice sheen to the face, but it's not shimmer. I don't know, it just leaves like a glow to the skin, and I absolutely adore this blush, and it's been a favorite of mine for the longest time, and I still love it to this day. Like I said though, I mainly use it in the spring and summer, so I would highly recommend this blush. And then another Benefit blush is the Benefit Rockateur blush. For the longest time I wasn't using this, but for some reason this year I've absolutely fallen in love with it, and I've been wearing it this fall and winter, and mine has been well loved, and I would say that this is basically a toned down version of Coralista, and it has some rose added into it. So if you like Coralista, you'll love the Rockateur. Again, it has the nice sheen to it, and I love the Benefit blushes because you can definitely build these up You can, you know, wear them with a light hand if you want, or if you want to really build these up, you can definitely do that. And I overall really enjoyed the two Benefit Box Powder blushes in Rockateur and Coralista. Then I also have an Urban Decay blush here. This one's in Fetish. And this is fairly new to me, but I bought this back in September and I absolutely love it. It's just like this perfect rosy pink shade, and it goes on matte, which I personally really like, especially for the fall and winter. And this is just kind of a perfect everyday blush. I like more of a rosy tone blush versus like a pink blush, and this is perfect for me, and I absolutely adore the Urban Decay Afterglow blushes. For bronzer, I've been loving the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and mine is in the shade Bronzer. This is the darker one of the two, and smells like coconuts, which I personally really like, and this is what the actual bronzer looks like. For me, this is more of a winter bronzer. I couldn't wear this in the summer because it didn't show up on me. But for the fall and winter, this is perfect, and I absolutely love it. I love the packaging. It is kind of bulky packaging though, which I wish it was a little bit smaller, but other than that, I absolutely adore this bronzer, and it's from the drugstore, which is a bonus, so love that for sure. This was the year for highlighting for me. I found so many great highlighters this year, and I wanted to include them all in this video. So first ones I want to talk about are the Lorac Illuminating Highlighters. I have two to show you. The one over here, then Moonlight and Starlight. I own all of these, but these two by far have been my favorite. Moonlight is more of a pink highlighter, and this is gorgeous. What I love about these highlighters so much is that you can build them up to get a really intense highlighter, or you can, it's right here, or you can kind of tone them down to make them not so intense, and I absolutely love these. Plus they smell really good, which is kind of weird, but the other one I've been loving is in Starlight. And this is more of a like white, kind of gold, kind of just a white shade, and again, I love this one as well, and I love mixing these. These are absolutely stunning and amazing, and the packaging is also really good. It's a magnetic closure, which I personally really like and I find convenient. But yeah, the Lorac Illuminating Highlighters are a must-have for me. Also, I want to mention the Becca highlighters. Two I've been absolutely loving is Pearl and Champagne Pop. I've been mixing them and just wearing them alone, and I absolutely, hands down, love the Becca highlighters as well. They make really great highlighters. These are more intense and more kind of like bam in your face in my opinion versus the Lorac ones, but you can definitely tone these down. And this palette here is from the Champagne Glow kit, or if that's what it is, but I personally, you can go out and purchase these individually, so if you don't have this, not to worry, you can go out and purchase these separately. So yeah, I would highly recommend any of the Becca highlighters. I absolutely love them. And lastly, for highlighters, I want to shout out the Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is the Gleam one. And I absolutely adore this. This is so perfect. It's like a little kit basically, and you get 4 different highlighters, and they're huge. I love them so much. I loved mixing all 4 of these together, but in particular, I love Crushed Pearl and Starburst over here. These top 2 were stunning. These 2 I liked, but I felt like I had to use a light hand, and otherwise it would kind of come off too bronzy for me. But in the summer they were absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I absolutely loved the Anastasia Glow Kits, in particular Gleam. This is the only one that I purchased, but I loved this so much and would highly recommend if you can still find it. Moving on, I have 3 eyeshadow palettes. The first one I'm going to mention is the original Lorac Pro palette. Mine, as you can see, is well loved. I've hit pan on 4 shades, which I am surprised I haven't hit pan on more shades, but this is what it looks like. This is the perfect, like, everyday palette, I feel like, any time of the year. Mainly I would say fall and winter though, just because it is kind of more warm toned and darker shades. But I don't know, I absolutely adore this palette, and I think a lot of people would love this palette, so highly would recommend the Lorac Pro palette. And then these last two palettes, I have been using this one since the springtime because I was lucky enough to get my hands on it, and that's the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So I've been using this since the springtime, and I recently started using it again, and I absolutely adore this palette. First off, smells like peaches. I absolutely love it. And I love the variety of shades that are in here. I love that you have some warm tone shadows, but then you also have some cool tone shadows even, and then some peachy shades and shimmer shades and matte shades. I love the variety that's in this palette, and I feel like you can use this palette any time of the year, like perfect for fall and winter because you have the darker shades, and then perfect for spring and summer because you have the lighter, more peachy shades. And I just love this palette, and the packaging is outstanding, I think, so absolutely love that one. And then this one's I got in November, so more toward the end of the year, but it's the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I've fallen in love with Anastasia this year. I just love their products and the brand, and this is what the palette looks like. I was debating for this palette for pretty much half a year. I felt like I thought that I wouldn't like use it, or I wouldn't like it or something. I don't know. I was crazy because I have fallen in love with this palette, and I absolutely love it. And if you don't own this palette, I would say you definitely need it because the shades in here blend like a dream. Every shade in this palette is amazing, and I love it, so highly would recommend the Modern Renaissance palette as well. Now moving on to lip products. I love lip products, as many of you know, so I have quite a few things to talk about. First, I'm going to talk about two lipsticks, and then I'm going to move on to liquid lipsticks, and then lip glosses, so it's going to be a little bit. But the two lipsticks that I felt like I really used a lot this year was the MAC lipstick in Whirl. This is just the perfect matte lipstick. It's like a dirty rose shade, and like dirty rose brown is how I would describe it. So that's what it looks like. Absolutely stunning on the lips, and love the way MAC lipsticks smell. They have that like typical vanilla scent, but they're absolutely stunning. This is maybe a tiny bit drying on the lips, but I don't think it's really bad at all, and I love the shade. I love the color. This is the perfect lipstick, and this shade in general has been like my go-to shade all year, and I rocked the hell out of this a lot, so would highly recommend checking out MAC's Whirl. The other one is Urban Decay Sheer Liar. This is the perfect like school shade to wear. Like anytime I had class, I would typically wear this shade because I felt like it was very wearable, and I just felt like it was moisturizing but not too slippery or anything, and I felt like this shade was a little something on the lips without it being too intense, and I just felt like it was the perfect shade for going to class or to school. And I love that it just is not too intense, but it still gave a little color to the lips. And by the way, this is the old formula, the Revolution lipsticks, but absolutely love the new Vice formula as well, so highly would recommend checking this out as well. This was the year for liquid lipsticks. I feel like I really got into them, and I really fell in love with them. I have two here to show you, and they're basically kind of like the same color, but whatever. I have Kat Von D Lolita. Love the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. They are amazing. They are a little bit drying, but what liquid lipstick isn't, honestly. Doesn't really have a scent, and love the shade. It's kind of like a combination of it's a little bit lighter than MAC Whirl, but it's kind of like the same shade. There it is right there. Absolutely love this liquid lipstick. Highly would recommend. And then the other one is the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Veronica. Oh my god. This is like my favorite liquid lipstick ever. It's Yeah, they're basically like the same, kind of. Yeah. So here Veronica is, it's basically like a combination of MAC Swirl and Kat Von D Lolita, just a little bit darker. I love the shade. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing a liquid lipstick, which I personally really like. It goes on so smooth, and this is my favorite liquid lipstick by far, is the Veronica from Anastasia. Lastly, I have lip glosses here, and I have a lot of them. So, starting off, I want to talk about the Buxom glosses. I don't really have any specific shade that I love, but just in general, I love the Buxom glosses. This one here is in Dolly. Again, it's like that color I've been going for. It's like a pink rose, pink nude, pink whatever, mauve. There it is right there. I love that the Buxom glosses have pigmentation where if you want to wear them alone you can, or if you want to wear them over something else you definitely can, and that's what I love about them. They do give a like tingling, plumping effect, but it's nothing that's super painful or anything, so I highly would recommend the Buxom lip glosses because I absolutely love them. And then another lip gloss brand that I really have fallen in love with is the Lorac, here in particular, one in Secret Agent and the other in CEO. Secret Agent I have fallen in love with. These have a very vanilla scent to them, so if you're not a fan of vanilla you won't really like these, and these are really pigmented. So this is what Secret Agent looks like right there. Like I said, they're really pigmented. You can definitely wear these on their own. They're not sticky whatsoever, and I just love them. The next one is CEO, and they're kind of like the same color, but not really. If you're a makeup lover, you would say that as well. But here is CEO right here. Yeah, they look pretty similar to one another, but they're different. I love both of these glosses. They, like I said, are not sticky whatsoever, and I just think that I don't know, they're just really great glosses. And then the last and final thing for this video are the two Marc Jacobs Enamel Shine glosses. One in Rebel Rebel over here, and then the other one is Taboo. I love these glosses so much. They're not sticky whatsoever. They're like a wet gloss. They have a peppermint scent, but they're not plumping where the Buxom ones are. And I absolutely love these. These are a little bit more sheer versus something as the Lorac glosses or even the Buxom ones. They're like a little bit more sheer, but they're not sheer, if that makes sense. Like, you can definitely tell there's color on your lips and whatnot, but like I said, they're a little bit more sheer than the Lorac ones. So here is Taboo right here, and then here is Rebel Rebel. They are so gorgeous, and like I said, they do have a peppermint scent, but they're not plumping as the Buxom ones are, and I just love these glosses. They stay on my lips for a decent amount of time, and they're not sticky whatsoever. They are really expensive, but I think they're worth the money because of how great they are, and I don't know, I want to look into more of these when they have maybe a VIB sale or something, but absolutely love these glosses, and I think they're well worth the money. So yeah, that's it. That's my best of the beauty for 2016. I love all of these products, and as you can tell, I have a type. I love the mauve brown rose shades. Can you tell? This is like my go-to shade. I can't pull off the super nude lips. It just doesn't look that great on me. So these are my favorite products, and I would highly recommend all of them. And yeah, let me know if you guys would like to see a skincare addition to this video, because I didn't want to include that in this video. But yeah, let me know what your favorites were in the year of 2016. I would love to hear your favorites, and as well as if you're new here, please take a moment and subscribe down below, as well as follow me on all my social media sites, which are always listed down below, as well as at the end of this video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Talk to you later. Bye.